Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back to Monday Morning Activation with Val and Mike. Hello, Val. How are you, my friend? She's way. Tell me again where you are. Val.
Hi, Bo.
Oh, she's not hearing me. Val. Val. Oh, isn't life fun? So she's on a little bit of a retreat. And as it wasn't, look, this show goes just like everything else goes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I don't know if you already started, but good. We're live, yeah? We're live. Good morning.
Yes.
Good morning. As you all know, we are here with our smiles, with our hearts in front of our chest, ready to vibrate in the highest frequency so we can be neutralized and be able to get through 10 minutes without something funky happening. It is about the energy, and it is high up and above this morning.
Okay, so I was telling them where you are. Remind them where you are.
It's a beautiful farm, and I gotta really recognize the name, and I have it right here in Pennsylvania. I took a picture with it. It's called Gita Nagari Eco Farm and Sanctuary, and they do amazing work. And oh, I'm gonna my phone.
Okay, you're back. You're back. Welcome back from Pennsylvania.
Oh, let's do that.
There we go. That's good.
Guys, it is just the energy. I've got to set up for this. Hold on a second, because I got to make sure I can hold the phone 1 second. Mike, take it over for 1 second.
So, can I just tell you guys that one of the things I love about partnering with this crazy woman that I've come to really care about is that life happens. Things do not go according to plan ever. And I find that the people that I love to be around, the people I love to hang out with, are people who, when it doesn't go according to plan, because it's not going to, okay, that they don't get all anxious out, right? But they calmly say, okay, we need to do this, and then we need to do this and this, which is, I will tell you that one of the crazy things I have to remind my daughters, okay, especially one, is she will call and say, this is not the way this is supposed to go. And I go, no, baby, this is exactly how life goes. Nothing goes according to the plan. So welcome back.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys being with me. It is beautiful here. I kind of want to show you this place. It's phenomenal. Highly recommend if you want to actually take a break in life. And they have beautiful activities of mindfulness, meditation, monks, and you have the experience to be in nature. This is the only farm that they don't slaughter the cows. They respect them. They treat them beautifully. And just the whole experience has been phenomenal. And speaking of our two words, share and service, it cannot be as perfect as it is in this moment for me, because the reason why I'm here with my family of Food for Lives in Atlanta, that we do service to feed the homeless. It's a beautiful nonprofit that serves 7 days a week, flawlessly, effortlessly, with so much love, integrity to homeless. And I want to step right into the power of these two words and get you activated to the most of my ability, because these two words, you all know that Mike was beautiful, and let me share the launching of my book with him. a journey back into your heart, how to live in love with you, your life, and your path. And in this book, I want to say that it has such a strong bone, a trajectory on service. Why? For me, service has absolutely saved my life. It's my DNA. It's my medicine. If you stop and think that when we're broken and aching and hurting, whether it's physical pain, emotional pain, we can't see really well. We're feeling fragile. And when you make that effort to show up in, it could be a nonprofit, it could be as simple as you go do any kind of act of love, it activates inside of you a certain vibration that you exchange with that person or people that you are serving. And to just simplify it, why I'm so, in fact, I have it tattooed on my left arm in Hindi. It's seva, which is service. It's tattooed on my left hand because my left hand is the weakest, and service has given me the power to feel stronger. So what I'm trying to say here is that when you feel mostly lost, and you can't see clearly and you can't see your why, service and sharing from a place of love, not sharing because you need to fill those hours of service in some place or your work or your education that they ask you to do it, but service from a place of love, where you are there to expect nothing but an exchange of high vibration, love, and frequency that will integrate a synergy between the one who is sharing and the one that is receiving. And I want to really make a point of the importance that we must, and I usually don't use the word must because it might, for some, might feel a little heavy, but I want to say must because life is never the same once you decide to exchange with no, I'm sorry, there's people in the background talking, with nothing that you're wanting to receive. So in the book, I share an oath that I have in a frame in my home. Well, I don't have really a base right now, but I take it along with me. And I want to just read it for you before we do a little meditation. It says, do all the good you can by all the means you can, in all the places you can, at all the times you can, to all the people you can, as long as you ever can. And this is by John Wesley. It's part of the book, and it's there. As I say, it has a strong trajectory. And it's just, for me, it's very clear to live a life that makes sense in a way that you are fulfilling a void with so much exchange of integration and love in your heart. And this is what sharing and service is. It's the elevation of the frequency of the heart that will get you back to that original heart that we were gifted with, right? When we were born. So at this point, I just want to see what comes up this morning. And in fact, I feel the need to ask you guys to shake your hands to activate the energy, because there's a lot of energy going on in this beautiful place in nature. And I just want you to now stop doing that and take a deep breath in, inhale and exhale at your own convenience, and do that 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And at this point, I just want to remind you that regardless of anything that you are going through right now, I want you to just take a moment and put your hand in your heart and connect with it just by allowing it to be, by acknowledging your heart, by recognizing this beautiful heartbeat that allow us to be alive, reminding ourselves that in life, many people wake up not recognizing this beat. Many people are aching, and perhaps you that are listening. And if you are tapping into this live of just 10-minute activation, is for a reason. Just to remind you how easy it is to first serve you, to recognize your heart, to honor it, to just say thank you. Thank you for every day. Thank you for allowing me to have the choice to be in this life or share this life with someone, knowing that it's the exchange of an action, an act of love, a selfless act of love that will activate this beautiful light of high frequency around you anytime that you show up for you and others, knowing that when you are showing up for others, you're increasing this high vibrational energy, allowing the purest frequency of the divine to flow through you and around you in the most beautiful ways, shapes, and forms, despite of time and space. Integrating the sounds of nature, the sounds of the leaves blowing through the wind, the sound of animals, the sound of water, the sound of your voice, the sound of your heart. Take this moment to remind yourself the importance of doing so. I want you to know that regardless of what you're going through, you are beautiful and you are capable of sharing this heartbeat with another person. And in doing so, the synergy that happens, it's a beautiful exchange. It's a beautiful share that we will allow to expand consciousness in ways that you have never dreamed of. So stay there with just 2-3 seconds, integrating these beautiful sounds of nature that are with the heartbeat that you are feeling now. And just emanate this frequency of love into your heart so it can expand all through your body, all through your soul, outside of your body, and into this time and space. And so it is. I just want you to breathe that in and exhale. And breathe one more time. And exhale, and do so at your own rhythm, this last breath, and come back into this time and space and just say thank you for this opportunity to share, to be of service in ways that I haven't dreamed of. You don't have to look for these places. These places are there, the people are there. There's an opportunity to serve 24 hours, 7 days a week. So what will you do today differently to activate this beautiful frequency of service in your heart? And Mike, if you're there, I'm willing and able to bring you back. Thank you so much. Take it on.
You're welcome. Thank you, Val. Wow. I want to just tag on right at the end of what you said. Okay. I honestly believe, my friends, that we're here to serve. Okay. My father was a minister, but really he was a minister because of my grandmother. Okay. My grandmother probably was the greatest servant I've ever known. And here's what she would want you to know. She would want you to know that a servant is not a savior. You're not saving people as a servant. Okay. You're honoring them and you're serving them. Okay. I think a lot of times, it's easy for us to think when we go on mission trips or when we go to different places to serve, or when we're helping the homeless, or when we're helping others, that yes, I'm supposed to be their savior. And that's not the case. We're not their savior. In fact, if anything, what I would encourage you to do is to find a way to lower yourself to where they are. Okay, because a servant is not a savior. Okay, secondly, as a servant, we honor them by listening to them, by truly listening to them. Okay, I find that wherever I go, even wherever I go in the world, that what people want is someone just to listen. Okay, as much as they need what you're doing for them, okay, or the food that you're providing for them, what they also want is someone to care, to honor them by listening to them, okay? By hearing their story, okay? Not trying to save them, but just but by serving them, by listening to who they are, listening to what they've been through, listening to where they've been. Thirdly, I want to remind us that caring about people costs something, okay? And I'm not talking about money. Okay, caring about someone is going to cost you, number one, it's going to cost you time. Okay, it requires you to invest your time. Okay, because caring about people means stopping and again listening, Okay. And then just being a part of where they are and who they are for the moment. Okay. Also, it's going to cost you, I believe, your story. I believe that you're truly not serving someone unless they know who you are as well, unless you share your story. And lastly, I think it's going to cost you emotionally. Okay. I will tell you that it's impossible for me. Now, I'm kind of an emotional being. It's impossible for me wherever I go and wherever I serve, whether it's been in a woman's shelter before, it's been for children for a while. We were helping and serving children, and then I served men for many years, and now my heart is education in Nepal. Wherever you go, it's going to require you to invest emotionally. Servitude is emotional. Okay, because what you're doing is, I lost my word there, but what you're doing is you're opening up who you are to serve and letting people interact with where you've been, what you've done, where they are, what they've done. I will tell you, here's what I mean by that. My last trip to Nepal, we had an opportunity to go and pray over a young man who had a tumor in his brain. And so we went to pray over the young man with his parents. They had a little small, modest hut that we went to pray with them. And everyone in the room knew that the young man was close to death. Okay. And so here's what it's emotional to me to even talk about it now, but we knelt down beside his bed, me and my friend Norbert and his parents. And we with broken English and with broken Nepalese, we basically just cried together. It was very emotional. But I find that serving people is emotional. You guys are amazing. I'm going to bring my friend back.
Thank you. Beautiful words. So many things arise when you and I talk, because we have such a deep heart in this service. Well, right now you have your mission in Nepal. I have, specifically speaking of India, and I've got it in Agra. And now soon we will combine talents and then rise higher. We will let our audience know when you are ready. We'll share that news. But in the meantime, I just want to wrap it up and acknowledge something you said and kind of spice it up and switch it around, Mike. When you said, lower yourself to them, I'm going to say, rise yourself to them. To be honest, the most beautiful lessons I've ever had are from people in the streets. Right. So let's not underestimate what these people have. They're full of wisdom. A lot of times, so much more than us. And we're one with all. We are, the pains of others are our pains. And that philosophy of life, that we are one, it just brings so much lightness into our spirit. Right. And just to wrap it up, there's a way also to help, right? Sometimes we want to help by saying words that are just so unconsciously not right. And right. In the book, there is a whole chapter that says how 12 tips to help someone going through mental health issues. And I know that because I've been through them, right? If you don't know my story, grab the book or talk to Mike or write to me or look at our social media. But there's a deep story behind both Mike and my life. I just exposed it now raw, vulnerably in a book. But I just want to point one thing that is really important, Mike. When somebody's aching, because this is going to resonate with everybody hearing, you have your loved one, your friend, and you say, oh man, dude, you look repressed. You need help. What are we thinking? So I write there. Feeling sorry. This is a 3rd point out of 12. Feeling sorry for your friend or loved one does not cut it. Being near, it's all it takes sometimes. Ask what they need. How may I serve you? Please stop using the word depressed or repeat over and over, you need help. Switch to, you are not alone. I am here for you. I will respect your healing process. I just want you to know that I'm here. And this is one of 12 points that is here in this book. And switching that kind of language does it all. So my loves, we just want to serve you. And in knowing that you will take even 1% of what we share and expand it, because this is what Mike and I are here for. We're not here just to lecture and, oh my God, just put it in the agenda, get it done. Our mission is so much deeper. And the only way we can expand consciousness is with you. So what do you or to take this, share it, whether, you want to share our video, amazing. If not, just take the knowledge and expand it. And yet again, we went over 10 minutes, and it's okay. Because if you're still listening, is because it's meant for you. And it's not meant to be in this life. And
right. 10 minutes is a guideline. That's a guideline. Let me add this one too. Do you know one of the things I learned? And I will tell you that, again, this is just wisdom from my grandmother. That serving is not difficult in that it's not hard to find people to serve. In fact, the reason we don't serve is because we're not looking to serve. I will tell you, the moment you leave your home every day, you're going to come across people that you can serve. Okay. You just have to be open to the fact that God is placing people in your path. You just need to be consciously aware that they're there. And when you see them, serve. It's not any more difficult than that. I wish you guys an amazing day. Stop and help someone today. Stop and love on somebody today. All right. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.